Is it working? Oh, you unmute. Okay. Okay, so check out my view of my um captions work all right. Um, I'm going to do a short string. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna be a pretty short stream. I just wanted to make sure my caption working in a manner of speaking anyway. I don't think it's capturing what I'm saying, or I'm just saying it right. Anyway, let's go. Okay. I only have a vague idea of the direction I need to be driving. Fortunately, it isn't too long until the trio comes into view, looming large a few miles away. We pull into the parking lot near the back, where the only open spaces are left. Pleasantly warm outside. I've heard of people's shoes melting off from the asphalt during the summer, but for now the weather's perfect. As we cross the parking lot towards the casino, Una takes my hand yet again. I can feel my heart accelerate, but I squeeze her fingers all the same. The first few steps inside are sensory overload. A million different sounds and a billion different lights all pour from the sea of slot machines. Oh, actually, I'm also doing this. Also, almost forgot about. Yeah, this, okay, that's how that works. Let me see. Cut down the music in here. This is mostly just a testing stream. Bring this back. Interesting. I don't mostly testing, but might as well try this out. Anyway, let's go back to it. First few steps are inside our. Yeah. Okay. We'll take a second, frozen in place, to try and process it all. Isn't even my first time in a casino, but I'm overwhelmed, like Marina is. I can see the reflections of a game. Her eyes, like a cartoon character thinking of money.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Is this one of the most popular casinos?
Not even close. Like, it's big, but it's not the biggest.
Whoa.
I took her forward.
Come on, we'll have tons of time to gawk with food in our stomachs.
Mention of food steadies her steps. Giant overhead signs direct the way to the buffet. Nice buffet. Capitalized. That's weird. Anyway, it must be visible from any part of the building. But this place is famous for being something besides food. I don't know what it is. We can smell it before we can see it, even despite the stench of cigarettes and BO that are pretty strong here. That's kind of gross. Okay. It doesn't smell like any one particular food item, but rather lots and lots of them. Guided by our stomachs, we have run towards the buffet. The line to get in is small since we got here so early. Marina hops up and down, trying to peek over the head of the bald guy in front of us. Come on, mouse.
Can you see anything?
Barely. It looks like it goes on forever.
Good.
I practically throw my card at the attendant. It reminds me of paying to enter an amusement park. I'm just as excited. We're led through a small gate and into heaven. They really like food, huh? Man, I can't blame them. Rows upon rows of stations form a small maze in the massive room. Deep bins full of food, fried or grilled, or baked or roasted, fill nearly every inch of space in each station. Marina and I grab plates from the tall stacks nearby.
Meet you in the dining room?
She nods, already distracted, and heads straight for the desserts. Exactly, Marina. Exactly what I would do. I load my plate with a slice of prime rib, two rolls, and a scoop of mashed potatoes. I pour gravy over not gravy. I pour gravy over them, letting it run down and soak into everything else. I also like to add gravy to everything, while ending savory. For good measure, I also throw on a pair of chicken wings from a nearby basket, so fresh I can see the steam coming off of them. Um, that poor chicken looks kind of sad, but whatever. I'm waiting on the second plate. I grab one off of another pile and toss a small piece of salmon, some pot stickers from the Asian section, and a large spoonful of some sort of casserole. I can't even guess what it is, but it looks good. Everything looks good. Slowly, because I can't fit more food into my plates, I head to the dining area and pick a seat where Marina will be able to find me easily. I don't know, man. After COVID, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of buffets, even before COVID, but COVID really made me not really into it. Anyway, sure enough, she emerges just a minute later, carrying two plates like I did.
Wow. You weren't kidding about trying everything.
Instead of big portions of a few things like I got, Marina has one or two bites of a couple dozen dishes. Roughly half of them are cakes or other sweets. Sounds judgy. Going to be judgy.
When in Rome, you know?
I sliced off a bite of steak and closed my eyes in ecstasy while I chew. It's divine. Holy cow. Oh, barely balanced in her place as she slides into the seat beside me. Marina bumps against my shoulder as she gets situated, and I almost send a forkful of potatoes into her lap.
Oops, my bad.
In retaliation, I spear a bite of chicken from her plate, swimming in some Asian sauce. What does that mean? What does Asian sauce mean? What does that mean, Amber?
No fear!
It's double fare.
That doesn't even make sense.
After that, she finally gets to take her first bite, and she melts. Just like me, her eyes roll back into her head while she chews.
I don't even remember what this is, but it's amazing.
She scoops up another forkful of what looks like to be some kind of barbecue biscuit and holds it towards me.
Try it!
I open my mouth and she guides the fork in. I pull back to chew. It's got a nice smoky flavor.
That is good.
Right? I almost want to go get a whole plate of just that.
Then she tries to take the big chicken that she has next to it. Wait, no. Then she tries the big chicken that she has next to it.
Never mind. This is even better.
There's a distinct lack of vegetables on both of her plates, but she seems to enjoy everything that she got. Every bite results in some statement about how it's the best thing so far.
Did you get any of this?
I gesture to the side to the slice of steak that I've almost finished.
Uh-uh.
Okay, open up.
She dutifully opens her mouth while I cut a bite for her. That's the best part, right near the edge where all the flavor is. A little awkward to be feeding her like this, but no one pays any attention to us. When she swallows, she sits still. Very slowly, she opens her eyes again.
That was literally the best thing I've ever eaten.
She loves hyperbole so much.
You've said that like 20 times so far.
I mean it this time. That was illegally good.
Now that doesn't make any sense.
It makes double sense.
We laugh.
Gramps always used to say that the best place to get a steak was at buffets like this.
Really? That really? Okay.
Not because they're always better, but because you can just go up and get slice after slice.
Suppose that's true.
Although, he's the only person I've met who could eat more than one.
Marina chuckles with me, but it's nervous sounding.
I used to tease him for it. No one should be able to eat that much meat. He would always complain about him being too done. He cooked his own steaks to be kind of medium rare, closer to rare.
Gross.
Don't tell me you eat yours well done.
I don't like the judgment, Amber. Sometimes people don't want pink in the middle of their food. Like, no matter if it's right or not. Like, sorry.
Um,
Marina, I don't know if we can still be together.
It looks pained.
I'm just kidding, you know.
yeah, I know.
But it doesn't sound like it. I shut up. It's probably not a good idea to talk about Gramps too much either. Our plates are mostly empty, and I look back at the serving area dubiously.
Round two?
She thinks about it, then shakes her head.
I think I'd explode if I ate much more.
Yeah, same.
I literally just got one plate though. I think, but no, Amber got like two plates. It, okay, that's it. Okay, okay. There's a soft flutter against my cheek as Marina leans over and kisses it.
Thank you for bringing me.
Y- yeah, no problem.
I intently examine the hard plastic bench I'm sitting on. Too long passes before I talk again.
So, are you ready to go?
So is it picking up the sound as well?
Oh, sure.
Hmm. Okay, I don't think so. I can tell how on edge she is again. Good going, Amber. Nice. I launched to my feet.
Just leave the dishes on the table. Someone will come by and clean them up.
I don't like that either. Well, wait, is this buffet like a standard restaurant except you get your own food? I don't know. I guess it does depend on the buffet. Some people they let you. Some places you put your plates in a designated area, and some places you there. So I guess that makes sense. I have no idea if that's true. Hey, Amber, what? So you just being inconsiderate to the waiters. Okay. I start to leave, expecting Marina to follow me,
Amber!
but I turn around. She's still in the process of getting up.
Wait for me!
First, she has to brush her face with a napkin. Then she drains the glass of orange juice she was drinking. Then she scoots out of the booth and hurries towards me.
Are you alright?
Yeah, sorry. Just felt kind of nauseous for a second. Probably ate too much.
Oh,
I doubt she's buying it. In the corner of my eye, I see her reach toward my hand, and she seems to think better of it and lets it fall, lets her, bleh, and lets hers fall back to her side. I grab it myself as I lead the way out of the casino. Outside, I take Marina's hand, but it feels limp inside my own. I let her lead the way down the streets and toward the busiest part of the city. Sometimes stuff on the side catches your eye. Brightly colored sports cars that probably belong to millionaires passes by pretty frequently. There are also people in wait, bike drawing carriages. Okay, I'm trying to visualize that in my head. And double decker tour buses. Besides the people, the buildings themselves are all wait. Today I'm just not words just aren't coming out right. The buildings themselves all compete to stand out. Almost every storefront has something neon flashing to get you to look at it. Toy stores, restaurants, sex shops, and more all vie for real estate. Within a 2 block radius, you could probably buy anything you ever wanted. Maybe a half mile ahead of us, on the other side of the road, there are a few street vendors on the sidewalk. They have awnings set up to shade themselves and their merchandise. It was too far away to see what they're selling. Marina spots them and points.
ooh, let's go look!
Then her excitement vanishes.
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, let's check it out.
With a hopeful smile, Marina starts to run. A red light at the crosswalk makes her stop not too far ahead, though. I catch up just in time for the light to change. Before she can dart away, I take Marina's hand. She doesn't object, but searches my face. So I smile, and she smiles back. I let her pull me to the vendor, who seemed to be selling a little bit of everything. T-shirts cover most of a wide rack that serves as a wall. Also bins of buttons, keychains, and other small trinkets. One bin is full of tiny soapstone animal carvings, and those are what Marina goes for. I ignored the vendor and his Weasley small talk, refusing to be conned to buying tons of junk. After a minute, Marina selects a little stone coyote. I pay $5 for it, practically robbery. We start down the road again, with Marina inspecting her new treasure.
Why a coyote?
I thought she was the cutest. Look at the way the color changes here.
She holds a little trinket up by my nose, the spot where the color changes from brown to a milky white on one side of its face.
That is pretty.
Mm-hmm. Plus, wolves are pretty much my favorite animal, and coyotes are close enough.
Yeah? Have you ever seen a live wolf?
No, I wish. You?
At Yellowstone a couple years ago, yeah. I begged Gramps to take me.
As soon as I mention Gramps' name, I see Marina's eyes flit towards mine.
What else do they have there?
All kinds of stuff. Wolves, bears, buffalo, elk, deer. Pretty much any kind of forest animal.
And they just wander around, right?
Yeah. There are even places where you can feed some of them out of your car.
What about the meat eaters, like wolves and stuff?
There are spots where you can see them, but you can't feed them. They're still wild animals. It's not a zoo or anything.
I want to go there someday.
I'll take you to see them sometime. It's a cool place.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
I try to play it off like it's not a big deal to me. Talking about future plans, anything that would happen after the festival, ignites the sense of ignites that sense of uncertainty in my chest. My hair eyes light up when I promise to take her to both zoos and agitates the feeling. No matter what, I'm happy that she's happy. I follow behind as she darts from stall to stall like a hummingbird. All offer more of the same. Generic desert themed trinkets or gaudy I love Las Vegas merchandise. That's how it looks. Oh well. But she doesn't talk. She doesn't ask for anything else. Maybe there is enough wolf merchandise. Every time she dives in to examine someone's wares, I hang back with my hands in my pockets and watch. Once she's done, we hold hands again. It's a nice cycle. But all that changes when we reach self, with its eclectic architecture and eccentric population. I point out some of the more famous places, like the Luxor, which is shaped like a pyramid, and Caesar's Palace, which looks like it was stolen from Rome. Marina's oohs and ahs in all the right places. Though to my surprise, she doesn't try to lead us to them. Instead, she seems dead set on taking us further and further down the row of sidewalk salesmen, and she's looking for something in particular. Not that I have any idea what that is. She leads the way, looking from side to side, but never seeming quite to find it, until suddenly she freezes in place. Large wave of pedestrian traffic behind us crests and spills around like we're not even there. Marina points ahead at one of the street vendors a few blocks ahead.
Found one!
I yank forward once again, being dragged by her newfound enthusiasm. Rather than a bunch of cheaply made goods, the merchants noticed she had a bunch of colored drawings of cartoon characters, barely recognizable to the exaggerated style. A sign beside them advertises custom commissions, $30 each. I immediately understand what Marina wants.
No. No, no, no.
I tried to drag my heels, but I'm tugged along by Marina. She's surprisingly strong when she wants to be.
Amber.
She says my name without even turning around.
This has been on my bucket list for years. It's happening.
Oh,
What
okay.
has? Getting ripped off by a street artist?
Having someone draw me.
My protest going ignored. I fall and step and accept my fate. The guy manning the booth looks like he's completely out of place. He's wearing a flashy Hawaiian shirt and a baseball cap. When he notices Marina and I are approaching, he sits up from his slouching position and grins.
Hello, ladies.
Hi there. We were interested in having our portrait drawn.
We weren't. You were. But I don't protest. I have resigned myself to going along with whatever she wants.
Perfect.
He frames us with his fingers like he's going to take a picture.
You girls stand right there and get comfy. I'll get ready.
He lurches off his wedding chair, and grabs a sketch pad and a box of pencils.
We'll do you two in color. How's that sound?
But he's doing this and they're charging $30? Okay.
Great.
I just grimace. I'm not fond of having my picture taken, and this isn't much better. I just never feel satisfied with how I look. That is such a mood. Such a mood. This is why there aren't many pictures of Gramps and me. A couple. I'll deal with it for Marina's sake. We stand under an awning, though its shade does little to help the heat. Marina shifts from foot to foot, while I just wait with my hands in my pockets. Every so often, she turns to beam at me, though she doesn't say anything. Jeez, not sure why she's so hyped up, but it's cute. The guy finally gets his stuff ready, all set up on an easel. The piece of paper he's using is almost the size of my torso.
Go ahead and scrunch together now.
He makes a motion with his hands. Marina stands near me, and I wrap one arm around her.
Closer.
Our shoulders are touching.
Closer.
Now we're cheek to cheek.
Ah, perfect.
And he stares at us with a smile for just a second longer than is comfortable. It makes his expression seem a little more than a little sleazy. Before I can change my mind, he looks down the paper and starts to draw. We stand there, not talking or moving at all. Once Marina starts to ask something, but he waves his hand without even looking up.
Quiet. If you move, you'll mess it all up.
I noticed we just take a picture. Okay, whatever though. So she shuts up. I can feel her jaw snap shut since it's smushed against my own. 15 minutes pass. My mouth is starting to get sore. I don't have any guesses as to how long this would take, but it's starting to get annoying. Even Marina seems to be having second thoughts. She wriggles, just barely, probably to fight the growing tension in her muscles. Not enough to ruin the drawing, though. In the corner of my eye, I notice a couple of the glimpses that we get. We probably don't look especially out of place, but more like hapless tourists who got conned into something. I guess we are, to an extent. But mine said that we also look ridiculous being stuck together like nearly Siamese twins. Okay, Siamese twins, I guess that's a saying. Our artist draws with long, slow strokes. So I can't see what he's doing. He appears confident. Hopefully the result is worth the discomfort. And the $30. I'm saying $30 is not a lot of money to draw someone. Um, Maybe a quick sketch, yeah, but mm, I'm nearly at my breaking point when he finally leans back and sets his pencils aside.
Done.
Again, artist dude, why couldn't you just take a picture and go from there? Marina peels away from me instantly, leaving a damp spot of sheared sweat on my face. I rub at it I follow her more slowly to see the results. That is disgusting. Ew. As she cranes around, easily to look, I watch her expression go from excited to overjoyed. Her smile widens into a grin as she grabs the drawing in her hands.
Amber, look! It's us!
She flips it around so I can see. Um, I feel like Amber's boobs are not that big, but okay. It's us. First thing, yes, I'm saying. First thing I notice is my boobs. They're a lot larger than in real life. Same with Marina's, kinda. Other than that, the drawing is cartoony. We're recognizable, but our features are exaggerated. Marina's eyes are almost comically huge. In contrast, the buttons behind the drawing are sharply defined and realistic. Clutching the paper to her chest, Marina slides a contented smile.
Thank you so much!
The artist wipes his sweaty palms on his shorts as he stands,
My pleasure, my pleasure.
and he looks at me expectantly. With a sigh, I pull out my wallet and pass him a pair of wrinkled bills. I pass it to him with a nod.
Y'all have a lovely day now.
That he slouches down again and pulls out a cheap-looking paperback novel. The drawing is still close to Marina's chest like a priceless artifact. Every few seconds, she holds it away from her and grins as she looks at it. That makes it worth the cost. Finally, Marina rolls up the drawing like a scroll and tucks it under her arm for safekeeping. We stand in the shade of the awning while we look up and down the road.
We should split up for a little bit.
What?
I can't help but yelp. That was the last thing I was expecting.
Not for long. There's just something I want to do. And you can't be there.
Why not?
Shuffling in place, Marina looks away.
'Cause it's a surprise.
Mare, no. This isn't some small town. This is Las Vegas. What if you get lost? Or some creeper tries to mess with you?
It'll be fine, Amber. There's like a million people on this street.
Yeah, so? That doesn't mean anything.
I mean it. It'll be fine.
There's a fire in her voice that takes me by surprise. There's even a small spark in her eyes, like she's angry. Her frown deepens.
But
Seriously, it's nothing bad, I promise. I just want to do something, but it's a surprise for you, so you can't be there.
Her face softens.
Please, it'll only be a couple hours.
Marina, I don't know.
Of all the cities to split up in, this is one of the worst. Not only do we not have any way to contact each other, oh crap. Well, if I leave her on her own, there's a good chance I'll never see her again. The way she stands there, hands on her hips, looking determined, it makes me not want to argue. I sigh.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean it. Just give me like 3 hours.
That's a long time.
You think? I tried to keep it short.
In 3 hours, she could be snatched into someone's car in Wellness, Arizona, or California, or halfway to Reno. It's irresponsible of me of her to let her go. She is not a baby. But I can tell by looking at her that I don't have a choice.
Okay, fine. But can you at least stay on the street? It's a straight shot back to the Rio where we're parked, and so it'd be harder to get lost.
Rena nods fast.
That's fine. I already saw where I need to go, but you're not allowed to watch, okay?
Yeah. I'll probably just go back to the car anyway.
Now she frowns.
Isn't there anything you want to see?
Not without you.
Oh,
Aw, Amber.
she kicks the
I
ground.
guess we don't have to.
No, go on.
What?
Just be safe, okay? Don't do anything silly. I guess it'll be fun for a couple hours.
She takes the drawing in one hand and then hugs me tight. Then Marina leaps up and kisses me on the lips. Pulls away before I get into it.
Okay, I'll see you in a while then.
Right.
We stand there, neither of us moving. I sigh again, then trudge back down to the road. I glance back every few steps, but she doesn't move. Instead, she watches me and wave, probably making sure that I keep good on my promise not to follow her. As tempting as it is, I'll let her go for now. 3 hours can't be that hard, right? Okay, so we'll stop here. I don't know if we have save points, honestly. Oh yeah, that was a nice little I guess test on how to use both closed captioning um and testing out Pretzel Rocks music, which is interesting. But yeah, I like that. Neat. Um, I guess thanks to anyone who will watch this later. Um, uh, I normally do longer than mostly I'm longer than an hour. When I do this, my stream. Um, so yeah. Thanks for watching. I guess I'll see you another day. Bye.